Welcome to the Truth, Money, and Freedom podcast. Holy mackerel, gang. It's been like 7 months or something. Thank you for hanging out. You guys are patient. I've not been idle, though. It is Wednesday. It's December 14th. It's 2022. And once again, welcome back. I'll give you guys kind of an update of what's going on here. It's been about 7 months since our last video and I put that video out after we were basically kicked off of Discord. They canceled our stamp, and that's because someone had linked in the Pfizer drops, which Discord had said was false information or misinformation, even though it was the Pfizer drops and they were official drops. And so at any rate, they canceled our stamp. They didn't give us any timeout or anything else like that. They just said away with you. And it also ended up canceling all the admin and mod accounts with Truth, Money, and Freedom. We were a pretty sizable Discord server. And we certainly weren't the biggest, but we had probably the best Discord server for investments, gold and silver, and also what we would call, the truther market. Because we did cover a lot of aspects of what was going on politically and to figure out what was actually going on to cut through the propaganda. Well, as you guys know, I kind of spun off basically Truth, Money, and Freedom into something called the Missouri Freedom Initiative. Now, we had a different name. I'm not going to go into that, and I was sued over that name, so I had to change the name. That's a long story. So we started the Missouri Freedom Initiative. It had a different name before. Right after we got the Second Amendment Preservation Act done in the state of Missouri. So that was about 1.5 years ago. And we've been working on a lot of stuff. And if you've not followed us, basically on YouTube, we have a YouTube channel, but we're kind of getting off YouTube now because YouTube has not been very kind to us. There's a lot of censorship there, and we're constantly getting strikes as they change the rules and the algorithms. They go after our older videos. And then we get strikes in the middle of nowhere, and then suddenly we can't do our live streams that weekend because we're under a 1 week holiday, and then we get 2 strikes, and then we have to be extremely careful about anything we say. And we do a group thing with basically our live streams with lots of people simultaneously. And so at any rate, it's too much. I can't deal with that with YouTube, the way they do censorship on YouTube. So we're on Odyssey and Rumble. Now, Odyssey's our primary channel. We're not live streaming to Rumble yet, but I intend to do that by the end of the year. So, okay, now to update you, why am I saying all this? And why am I coming on today to do a video? It's because Truth, Money, and Freedom started back in 2015, and we were basically a silver fan club. That's basically how we started back in 2015. We were Gregory Manarino's chat. The core members of Truth, Money, and Freedom, we were Gregory Manarino's chat. And we left in, I believe it was 2016, and that's because Gregory Manarino didn't moderate. There was a lot of trolls in his chat, and we couldn't get rid of them. Gregory said he wasn't going to set up a moderator. He kind of felt that it would be a free market, within his chat if there were no moderator. But it was just impossible to do anything in there because of the trolls. So moved on to Chatsy, and then ultimately onto Discord. And we were a silver and gold group, more specifically kind of a silver group. So we were kind of the first, silver fan club, that was doing live streams and talking about it back in 2017 on YouTube. Also on Discord. So we had a lot of stuff going on. We attracted a lot of attention. A lot of people liked it. And so we continued. And now, the history. I spun off to the Missouri Freedom Initiative. Think of that as the New Hampshire Free State Project, but in Missouri. And we're doing it very differently because I don't think they're doing very well in New Hampshire. Now, other guys out there might argue that with me, and people in New Hampshire get mad when I say that. I love those guys out there, but we're doing it differently here in Missouri. But we are doing our gold and silver bill this next legislative season in 2023. That's the purpose of this video. Gold and silver as money again, as legal tender in the state of Missouri. Now, this will be linked down below, so you guys will be able to actually read this. This is just the executive summary. If you go up to full bill text and then click on introduced, you actually get to read the entire bill text. And this is actually a lot of stuff here, but it covers everything we're attempting to do here in the state of Missouri, including literally getting the Treasury to invest no less than 1% of state reserves in physical metal. And then also make it so the state literally can accept gold or silver in payment of taxes. So actually creating a market for gold and silver right on the onset of the bill. So this is kind of, we're not we're not doing the silver fan club anymore. We're doing the big boy stuff now. So those of you who want to follow, support us in what we're doing and help us, those who just want to follow, those who want to take this language from this bill by Senator Bill Eigel in the state of Missouri here and actually, apply it to your state, you can do so. Just download this thing, print it off, and take out all the Missouri statutes and put in your own state statutes. And you can slam it down like Perry Mason in the old days in front of your representative or senator and say, do this. I want this in my state. And you should be doing this. Every state should be doing this because central bank digital currency is coming, whether you like it or not. Whether you wish it away or not, it's coming. So you need protection from that. And one way to do it is just to make sure that physical gold and silver are money in your state and that you can mint silver and gold coins, that you accept gold backs in your state, all that. So this is protecting your state from the tyranny that is the federal government and the Federal Reserve. So that's what we're doing. And if you want to follow us, please do over in Odyssey, the Missouri Freedom Initiative. So, like I said, we recently stopped putting videos on YouTube, and because, like I said, I'm just tired of it. So come on over. We already have one video with a very large group chat about what we're doing with gold and silver and other things that we're doing as well. We're also going after the WEF, or the World Economic Forum in the state of Missouri. We're also doing that. That's another reason why we had to leave YouTube. Because they don't like that kind of talk, especially when you start identifying people who are WEF within your city, county, and state government. They tend to shut you down when you do stuff like that. So we're doing it all here in Missouri. We're literally working towards freedom and liberty, and gold and silver is a very big part of freedom and liberty. So we're taking care of that literally in the state of Missouri in 2023. Please follow us on Odyssey so you can see what we're doing. If you're in the state of Missouri, please join us. There's a lot of things you can do to support this bill, and we'll be getting into that in the videos we make. Okay, now we're going to talk about the Missouri Liberty Report. This is John Williams' channel. He's on the radio in 2 markets, and we're talking about the airwaves. In Missouri, he's on 2 markets, but he's also on YouTube. And he's one who's doing the interviews with basically Missouri politicians and people who affect politics in the state of Missouri. But he's also covering gold and silver really well. He's doing the great interviews. So you might want to sub to his channel. He is on YouTube, but he is also on Odyssey. He's going to, and he's gotten strikes and all that fun stuff too, but he's going to ride the tires off his, YouTube car. I literally, I don't want to do that because I schedule stuff, and it's a real bummer when I schedule something and we have a guest and we're doing something, and then suddenly we get a strike from a video that's literally 10 months old because they changed the rules on YouTube, and suddenly that 10-month-old video is in violation of the rules. And, and it's literally the same day they changed the rules. And then, bam, I got a strike and my channel's down and I can't do anything. So I'm just tired of it, gang. So that's why I've kind of gotten off the YouTube bandwagon for permanently. I mean, I don't intend to come back. This one video that I'm doing today is an exception to the rule. I just want to let you guys know in Truth, Money, and Freedom what we are doing in Missouri. So please sub to John's channel. His last 2 live videos are interviews. First one was with Senator Eigel, and then after that he talks with me for a while. And then the one after that is Charles Lewis from UPMA Bank. That's the bullion bank based in Utah, because they're very interested in what we're doing in Missouri. They're liking it a lot. And so at any rate, we'll find, basically a lot of pertinent information from that interview having to do with gold and silver going into, basically state legislation. So let's see. We're still on YouTube. On Truth, Money, and Freedom. That's not going away. And we are doing our New Year's Eve live special as per tradition. That started in 2017. So we'll probably start about 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve, and we'll get the gang together in Gilded just like we used to in Discord, and we'll stream it live. And you guys can listen in, join us in Gilded if you like. All links, all pertinent links will be down below. And then also, last but not least, actually should have put this first, is Missouri Liberty Radio is based out of Owensville, Missouri. And they're going to be interviewing Senator Bill Eigel, who is the sponsor of Making Gold and Silver Money in the state of Missouri, legal tender in the state of Missouri. He'll be interviewed live, 7 p.m. Sunday night, December 18th. So we're talking 4 days from now, gang. And if you're not in the Owensville, Missouri area and you can't pick it up on your radio, that's fine. This link right here, you can listen to it live right on the internet. But also, it's a live call-in show. So if you want to talk to Senator Eigel and ask him questions about gold or silver or anything else he's doing, he's cutting taxes in Missouri too. He's a great guy. You guys can ask him about that. He's got a lot of stuff he's working on. Gold and silver is just one of them. This is a very, very liberty-minded senator. He's actually, he's got an exploratory committee right now looking to run for governor of the state of Missouri in 2024. Same guy. So at any rate, please do put that on your calendar if you're not doing anything Sunday night. And then the last thing I'd talk about is this Sunday, I will be at the Prepared Homestead meeting in Roby, Missouri. So this is the gold and silver meeting. So we just talked about Charles Lewis being interviewed here by John Williams. He will also be at the Prepared Homestead meeting on Sunday, and so will I. We're the two speakers, and we're going to be talking about gold and silver in the state of Missouri and getting it done legislatively, what it means for the folks in Missouri, and things that they can do, basically to support this, and also different ways to actually transact with gold and silver. UPMA Bank has electronic, gold and silver, like a credit card, kind of like gold money. They have the same thing. Plus, also, they partnered with the company that makes the gold backs. So everything silver and gold is happening in the state of Missouri right now. Once again, this is not fan club stuff, gang. This is actually making it happen in a state. Yes, you should be accumulating as much metal as you can, but, if it gets confiscated from you at some point in time, if the federal government wants to push it down in the spot market, basically the premiums, basically kind of counter that. That's the free market version of gold and silver. But it's time for states to stand up to this nonsense that's coming out of the U.S. Treasury. And that's what you do. You actually make gold and silver money in your state. And that's what we're about to do in the state of Missouri. That's why I brought you all this information today. So please do sub to us on Odyssey, the Missouri Freedom Initiative. You can follow everything we're doing with gold and silver in the state of Missouri, everything Bill Eigel is doing. Bill Eigel is getting a lot of requests for interviews. This is a very hot topic nationwide. What we're doing in Missouri is being followed nationwide. In fact, the 10th Amendment Center is all over it too. This is a big deal, gang. Okay, that's all I have for you for now. Remember now, stay tuned because basically New Year's Eve, we'll be doing our New Year's Eve live special on the Truth Money Freedom podcast on YouTube. We'll be running it out of our Gilded server. Come in and join us in Gilded. All links will be down below. If you want to be a part of the conversation on New Year's Eve, come into Gilded. If you just want to watch what we're doing, live, YouTube is fine as well. So that's all I have for you for now. I want to thank all of you for hanging in there as long as you have. Conjecture's going to start putting out content soon, so this channel will start getting content again soon. All right. Thank you once again for hanging with us. May God bless each and every one of you. Take care, gang.